What's going on, everyone? Let's recap kind of how today went. Now, again, we had some very, very extended and drastic selling off the open. Essentially for, the better half of 30 minutes, 40 minutes, it was close your eyes, click sell, open your eyes, and cash out. Now, if you were fortunate enough to kind of ride that momentum early in the day's session, it definitely was kind of like a one and done, two and done trade kind of day. Because if you look at what happened in the pre-market, now again, notice how this linear regression and this 200-day simple moving average on a 5-minute time frame was kind of matching up. We were, trading a little bit up, trading a little bit down. Now, again, we have headlines all over the place. Iran, Israel, we have strikes going on with the hurricane. We have FOMC speakers this morning. Like today was an absolute just cluster, what, okay? But if we look at the open here, we broke through in the pre-market. We kind of broke through this little demand zone that we had. And then literally off the open, we just started to sink. Okay. And what I was looking at here is I jumped in on momentum on this big candle off the open. Now, normally I don't like to trade that opening range, but because we had headlines, because we had news-driven events going on today, and because the momentum was so strong, it was essentially how much do I want to risk? Okay. In this particular scenario, it was $350 on one mini contract. And what am I looking for as far as to take profit? Somewhere close to 10 points, right? So if I can bang out, $175, $180 per mini contract and just kind of get in on a scalp momentum and just ride that, I'm going to do it. The first trade literally hit before I could even say anything, right? Just got into this momentum, it flushed, and then it ended up just failing to take profit at just sub 10 points there for $175. But with that being said, we didn't really get a whole lot of 20 SMA plays. Why? Because the ranges were so extended. So very easy day to kind of trade. Basically, because the ranges were so big, you do one of two things. You sit on your hands, or you just kind of look for those continuations to the downside once you bounce into an area of supply. Now, the area of supply that I was looking at personally was one area here, linear regression, 2, 10-day moving average, okay? 20-day moving average, 50-day moving average, linear regression. Again, I only took a handful of trades today. I think we logged in around $670, $680 on the Top Step XFA, and then we knocked out one trade for 8 points on the Apex PA, but I played 2 mini contracts there. Now, I did take this long at 8:35 in the morning, Pacific Standard Time. We closed back over the 20 SMA, and then the next candle confirmed, and I took a quick 8 points there as well. So that was another trade. And then once we started to really reject, I was looking at, maybe this is a little bit of a shoulder slash head slash makeshift shoulder. Again, I don't really get into trading patterns. All I was realistically looking at was this level in here, this level that we were getting rejected at. It goes back to last week's lows. So I was looking at that level to, kind of hold. Once we have a 20 SMA play to the downside, I took this trade as well here for another 8 points, and that was it, guys. Essentially took 3-4 trades on the day, but I traded a few micros as well. So I think I had a trade count of 4. But again, one of these shorts in here was just a quick 10-point take on 2 micros. So it was like $40. So it wasn't really that much. But again, a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world, guys. A lot of headlines, I'm sure, that are going to be continuing to move these markets into the overnight session. And depending on what happens, definitely have another volatile day tomorrow. Now, what I really want to focus on here for you guys, if you did find a little bit of trouble or you found something, again, let me know in the comments, because I know that like 98% of my room in Evolution Traders, everyone was posting green today. So again, because the ranges were that big, you could essentially be wrong on your position size on that entry. And because the market's moving so much, you're going to get filled even regardless. So, was today an easy day? No, but I think that there was one move today, and that was the flush. Okay, so for that first hour, it was just short. Look for any way you can get short. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, we're down 200 points. Where can I bounce? Because more than likely, if you were trying to do that or trying to buy some breakout, like thinking that you're going to break out of a previous high, more than likely you got stopped out or chopped up. So again, what I'm looking at on the charts, 20-day moving average, it didn't really come into play until way later in the day. 200-day moving average, which never came into play other than the open. Linear regression came into play for a good target. That was the reason why I just wanted to get short off the open on that momentum, because I seen that once we lost all this demand, there was nothing until here, which was 20,042. So we had nothing going on until we got down there. And you can see when we got down there, we lost it, we tried to reclaim it, and then we continued the selling pressure. Now, if you look at the 30-minute opening range, this was also another good trade here. I know that a lot of traders took this one as well. So if you look at the first 30 minutes, even though it was a 287-point range candle, again, how much do you want to risk? In my particular scenario, at 350 bucks, set that opening range, and then if you go back to that 5-minute time frame, soon as we get that breakdown through that opening range, you want to go ahead and take it. So if that breakdown of that opening range was sitting at, where is it at here? That low price is 19,978. You can see once we broke down through it, we went down to 960. So 18 points on the initial push. When you're only looking for sub 10 points on a quick scalp, you're going to get filled almost instantaneously. And when you're trading one mini contract, you're looking for around 175 bucks on that. Or if you're looking for 5 points, you're looking for $100. If you're looking for 10 points, you're looking for close to $200. It's a very quick trade. This trade has worked out. I think we back tested it. It's worked like the last 11 or 10 days out of 12 for at least 5 points, at least 10 points. So this is a good little trade to add to your arsenal. Other than that, you know, a lot of holes sitting on your hands, right? Just sit on your hands and kind of wait for better days or wait for better times to come. I know a lot of people aren't comfortable when it's very news related driven or when it's very volatile like this. But for me, I find it, you're going to make a whole lot of money, right? I also, on this down push off the open, you know, I closed my eyes, I put on 10 contracts and a 62 tick take profit on an evaluation and pass it in one trade. You can do that when the market has those very volatile days, you know? But again, when the market's chopping around a lot of times you're going to get stopped out. Let me know how you guys did. Just want to do a little recap on some of the trades that I seen and identified this morning. Right now, if we kind of look at where we're at, we're getting stuck at this linear regression. You know, it was a good 150-point push off the bottom floor here, a little bit of a double bottom. We put in a higher low. I was on live streams kind of talking about this. There was two trade ideas. Either we break the low of day and then confirm it for a short, or we're looking for that higher low, and then you just essentially want to get short in this zone. It was about a 35-point stop loss that you would have needed to put down towards this low of day. But again, hell, risking 35, even 40 points for a potential 100-point push up, right? That's a 2-to-1, 2.5 to 1 on that potential move was great. Even if you threw on maybe 2 micros and caught 80 points, you're looking at 160 bucks. So with that being said, hope you guys all had a fantastic day. Let me know how you guys did, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.